Hey, I'm Andy here, back with another boxing unpacking. This time we're going to continue the Magic the Gathering Wilds of Eldraine set boosters. So we got, it seemed to be going really good. Like I said, I don't really look at the prices until I open up all of them, unless it's certain cards that I know off the top of my head. But it's been so long for this set. I've been putting this off for so long that probably the price has probably changed by now. But anyways, we're gonna open up 5 packs like usual and see what we get. Hopefully we get some cool stuff, but who knows. So let's start off with the first pack. I already forgot how they ordered the cards, but let me see. All right, let's go this way. So we got our art card. Like the main reasons for looking through these set boosters is mainly for the art cards too, because I really like those. So that looks interesting. Got a squirrel, got a wolf. What is this? Leaping ambush. Okay, put that off to the side there. We got a land card. It is the full art island. Put those off to the side, off camera. Alright, first card, we got a Warehouse Tabby for a black. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, create a 1/1 black rat creature token. And then 1 black, this gains death touch until end of turn. That's stare. Oh, I didn't even notice all of those rats there. Wow. That's interesting. Put that like there. Next up, we got a Wicked Visitor for 1 black. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, each opponent loses life. Alright, so it's already, you can see like small combo pieces with this. Just for turn 1 this, turn 2 that. Pretty cool. Maybe. Like, I don't know the meta. So, we got Witch's Mark for 1 red. You may discard a card. If you do, draw 2 cards. Create a Wicked Roll token attached to up to 1 target creature you control. Next up is Protective Parents for 2 white. When this dies, create a Young Hero Roll token attached to up to 1 target creature you control. Next up is the Charmed Clothier for 4 white. Flying, whenever this enters the battlefield, create a Royal Roll token attached to another target creature you control. Alright, uncommons. We got Imadane's Recruiter and Train Troops, 4 white, and then Recruiter's 2 red. So create 2/2 white knight creature tokens with vigilance, and then when this enters the battlefield, creatures you control gain +1/+0 and gain haste until end of turn. Alright. Next up, we got Embereth Veteran for red. 1 sacrifice, create a Young Hero Roll token attached to another target creature. I think we already got a few of these already. Next up, we got a Monstrous Rage, red. Target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn. Create a Monster Roll token attached to it. Okay. And our first rare of this video, and of this pack, is Yenna Redtooth Regent for 2 green, white. For Redtooth, anyways, 2 tap, choose target enchantment you control that doesn't have the same name as another permanent you control. Create a token that's a copy of it, except it isn't legendary. If the token is an aura, untap Yenna and then scry 2. Activate only as a sorcery. Interesting. Next up is a Dragon Mantle for red. Enchant creature, and when it enters the battlefield, draw a card, then this basically has fire breathing. Alright. Foil is Scarecrow Guy, very shiny. For 2, reach, and then 1, add 1 mana of any color, activate only once each turn. Alright. Then the token is an adorable rat token. The one that can't block. So, alright. Oh, why did I put the rare and the uncommon? That's weird. So we only got 1 rare in that pack. Huh. Interesting. I mean, I feel like I remember getting more in the previous packs, but maybe I'm remembering things wrong, and maybe this pack right here will prove or disprove my memory. So, all right, let's do that. Oh, that's adorable. Favorite art card, hands down. Favorite art card so far. What is this? Greater Aromancy. I assume it's an alternate art version. Could be normal version, but favorite art card so far. Alright. Let's see if it's alright. Yep. Favorite art card so far. We got now this pack's already a winner. Anyways, land card is a foil island, not a full art. Alright, next up is a Fell Horseman and Deathly Ride. 3 black and 1 black. Return target creature from a graveyard, and then when this dies, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. Next up, Verdant Outrider for 2 green. 1 green, this can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less this turn. Next up, we got a Minecart Daredevil for 2 red, and Ride the Rails for 1 red. Target creature gets +2/+1 until end of turn, and then it's just a vanilla for 2. Next up, we got Territorial Witch Stalker for 1 green. So Defender, at the beginning of combat of your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this gets +1/+0 until end of turn and can attack as though it didn't have Defender. Alright. Should be uncommon. Yep. Belligerent of the Ball for 2 red. So Celebration, at the beginning of combat of your turn, if 2 or more non-land permanents entered the battlefield under your control this turn, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains Menace until end of turn. Alright, we got Ash Party Crasher. Okay, for red, white. Haste, and then Celebration, put a +1/+1 counter on Ash. Okay, interesting stuff. Ash looks like they're having the time of their lives. Nice. Next up, we got Stroke of Midnight. 2 white. Destroy target non-land permanent. Its controller creates a 1/1 white human creature token. Sure. Next up, we got Chancellor of Tales for 3 blue. Flying, whenever you cast an adventure spell, you may copy it. You may choose new targets for the copy. Alright. Next up is a rare Redcap Gutter Dweller for 2 red. Menace. And then when this enters the battlefield, create 2 1/1 black rat creature tokens. And then at the beginning of your upkeep, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, put a +1/+1 counter on this and exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. Okay. Next up is the Knightly Valor for 4 white. Enchant creature. When Knightly Valor enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with Vigilance. Enchant creature gets +2/+2 and has Vigilance. Okay. So it does seem like there's only 1 rare. I don't know why I got the notion that there's more than 1. Maybe because there's a chance of getting the alternate art and the foil as rares, but that was weird to me. And then our foil is Storyteller Pixie for 3 blue. Flying. Where are you? Actually, no, it's a different one. Whenever you cast an adventure spell, draw a card. So they both is whenever you cast an adventure spell. So, yeah, alright. And then our token is Food. I wonder what creature that's from. That's a lot of bones. Anyway, next one. Hopefully, it's a good one. I mean, we already got one of the better art cards already, so can't really complain. So, what is next? Okay. I mean, it's simple. It is what it is. It's the Leyline of Abundance. I mean, yeah, it's a leyline. Alright, and our land is a normal swamp. Alright, Curse of the Werefox for 2 green. Create a monster roll token attached to target creature you control. When you do, that creature fights up to 1 target creature you don't control. Alright. Next up, we got a Ferocious Werefox for 3 green, and then Guard Chains for 1 green. Create a monster roll attached to target creature you control, and then this is a 4/3 that has Trample. Alright, we got a Besotted Knight for 3 white, and then Betrothed Beast for white. Create a royal token attached to target creature you control, and then it's a 3/3 vanilla. The art's really good. Anyways, we got Corval, the Noble Thief for 3 red. So create a treasure token for 1 and 2, and then 3 is exile the top 3 cards of target opponent's library. You may play those. I can't read it. Hey. Anyways, Next up, we got Callous Cell Sword for 1 black, Burn Together for red. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to any other target, then sacrifice it. And then this one is when it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 counter on it, or this enters the battlefield with a 1/1 counter on it for each creature that died under your control this turn. Okay. Interesting. Next up is Eerie Interference for 2 white. Prevent all damage that will be dealt to you and creatures you control this turn by creatures. Okay. Next up, we got Ashiok's Reaper for 3 black. Whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, draw a card. So we've already got a few of these whenever an enchantment you control is put into a graveyard. So we have also got a few whenever you cast an adventure spell as well. So neat stuff, neat synergistic stuff. I mean, it is all within the set, so they should be synergistic. Anyways, we got Taken by Nightmares for 2 black. Exile target creature. If you control an enchantment, scry 2. Alright, and our rare is a Hornlock Whale for 4 blue, and it has Lagoon Breach for 1 blue. So the owner of target attacking creature you don't control puts it on the top or bottom of their library. And then it's a flash for 2, and this enters the battlefield tapped unless it's your turn. And it's fighting a griffin? I think it's fighting a griffin. Interesting. Next up, we got Stab Wound. Jelly Donut for 2 black. I think it's a jelly donut. Looks like a jelly donut. Anyways, with candy canes. Enchanted creature gets -2/-2. At the beginning of the upkeep of an enchanted creature, enchanted creature's controller, that player loses 2 life. Reading. And our foil is the Galvanic Giant for 3 blue, and then Storm Reading 5 blue, draw 4 cards, then discard 2. Then whenever you cast a spell with mana value 5 or greater, tap target creature and opponent controls and put a stun counter on it. Alright. Next is not a token, it's a card. Oh, it's a rare land. Sea of Clouds. Sea of Clouds enters the battlefield tapped unless you have 2 or more opponents. Well, yeah, I don't know how well these ones aren't specifically. Usually the rare lands are good, but this feels like more of a multiplayer card, but who knows? I could be wrong. But anyways. Next, the penultimate pack for this video. Alright, what do we got here? Got, Dragon, Fire Breathing, Skyrim. I don't know. We got Realm Scorcher Hellkite. Okay. Alright, and our land is a full art foil. Nice. It's a swamp. I might have been thinking of the collector boosters pack where we got more than 1 rare earlier, but I think that's the only way I can think that it would have more than 1, but anyways, first card, Hopeful Vigil for 1 white. When it enters the battlefield, create a 2/2 white knight creature token with vigilance. And then when this is put into a graveyard from the battlefield, scry 2. And then 2 white sacrifice. Alright, we got a Bestial Bloodline for 1 green. Enchanted creature gets +2/+2. 4 green, return this from your graveyard to your hand. Alright, we got Red Tooth Genealogist for 2 green. When this enters the battlefield, create a royal token attached to another creature you control. Next up, Not Dead After All for a black. Until end of turn, target creature you control gains. When this creature dies, return it to the battlefield tapped under its owner's control. Then create a Wicked Royal token attached to it. Interesting. Very interesting. Alright, uncommon, we got Ruby, Daring Tracker. And then this red-green, Haste. Whenever this attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, this gets +2/+2 until end of turn. And then tap to add red or green. Alright, we got a Picnic Ruiner for 1 green and Stolen Goodies for 3 green. Or 1 red, I should say. And then Stolen Goodies is 3 green. Distribute 3 +1/+1 counters among any number of targets you control. And then this one, when this attacks, or whenever this attacks while you control a creature with power 4 or greater, Picnic Ruiner gains double strike until end of turn. There's a lot of cards that we've gotten so far that has the when you attack while you control a creature with power 4 or greater. So there's a lot of mechanics going around. So I wonder how the pre-release and how the what was that sealed draft went. So it was pretty interesting. Or a booster draft, what was it called? It's been a while since I've actually played like in store. So there's sealed. So there's a sealed where you get 3, right? And then there's a draft. Yeah, sealed and draft. Yeah. Anyways, on to the next card. Agatha's Champion for 4 green. Bargain and trample. When this enters the battlefield, if it was bargain, it fights up to one target creature you don't control. A rare. Alright. We got a full art-ish one. A Restless Biovac. Or Bivoic. So this enters the battlefield tapped, add red or white, then it's a man land, basically 1 red white. This becomes a 2/2 red and white ox creature until end of turn. And then when this attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Alright. Oh, we got another rare. We got a Sleep Cursed Fairy for a blue. Flying Ward 2. And this enters the battlefield tapped with 3 study counters on it, okay? And then 1 blue is to untap this. Interesting. I mean, I guess it's a flying 3/3 for 1, so there should be downsides. Oh, 3 rares. Nice. A lot of rares in our penultimate pack. So we got Karmic Justice for 2 white with the anime art, which is always a favorite of mine. So it's whenever a spell or ability an opponent controls destroy a non-creature permanent you control, you may destroy a target permanent that opponent controls. Really interesting, but yeah, really cool artwork. Then our last card is the foil, and it's the Rhymeful Reindeer for 3 white. Whenever an enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, tap target creature an opponent controls. And then our token is a Nightmare token. Nice. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if a card was put into exile this turn, put a +1/+1 counter on this creature. Neat. Alright, one more pack to go, but I don't know how we can top the pack we just got, since it has 3 rares, and one of the rares is an anime art alternate, so no idea, but we shall see. Oh, we got another anime. So, alright, off to a good start. I think this is an anime alternate art. Pretty sure it is. It's Necropotence. So, yeah. I think did I get this before? This art seems very familiar. Like, it's been a while since I've opened the collector's boosters, so I might have. I just don't remember. But anyways, last pack. Land is Island. First card. Hopeless Nightmare for black. When this enters the battlefield, each opponent discards a card and loses 2 life. When this is put into a graveyard from battlefield, scry 2, and then 2 black is to sacrifice it. Okay. Next up, we got a Return Triumphant, 1 white. Return target creature card with mana value 3 or less from a graveyard to the battlefield. Create a Young Hero role token attached to it. Okay. Next up, Torch the Tower for red. Bargain. Torch the Tower deals 2 damage to target creature or planeswalker. If this spell was bargained, and it still deals 3 damage to the permanent, and you scry 1. If a permanent dealt damage would die this turn, exile it instead. Alright, next up, Conceited Witch for 2 black, and Price of Beauty for black. So create a Wicked Roll, token attached to target creature you control, and then it's a 2/3 Menace. Alright, next up, Uncommon Boundary Lands Ranger for 1 red. At the beginning of combat on your turn, if you control a creature with power 4 or greater, you may discard a card. If you do, draw a card. Alright, next up, Two-Headed Hunter for 4 red, and then twice the rate for 1 red. So target creature gains double strike until end of turn, and then it's a 5/4 with Menace. Alright, next up is a Witchstalker Frenzy for 3 red. This spell costs 1 less to cast for each creature that attacked this turn, and then this deals 5 damage to target creature. Alright, really simple. Next up is a Glass Casket for 1 white. When this enters the battlefield, exile target creature and opponent controls with mana value 3 or less until this leaves the battlefield. Alright, Our rare is a Restless Fortress. It is the Orzhov Manland. It's because it adds white or black. And then 2 white black. This becomes a 1/4 white and black nightmare creature until end of turn. So then when this attacks, defending player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Alright. Next up, Ground Seal for 1 green. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card. And then cards and graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities. Alright, and then the token is, or seems to be, a custom game. Strictly Better. Sure. Sure. And then our foil, our last foil for the video, is Taken by Nightmares, which we already got before. 2 black, exile target creature. If you control an enchantment, scry 2. So, okay. Rare-wise, the penultimate pack was the best. Mainly because of the alternate anime art for the Karmic Justice. So, even if it didn't have it, it's still pretty good, but then we got a pretty awesome art card as well from right here, so I think we got 2 as well. Oh, we got 2, so yeah, a pretty good unpacking, I think. We started off, maybe that's why I keep thinking we got more than 1 rare per pack, because we got 3, 6, we got 8 rares from 5 packs, or 8 rares or higher, so yeah, it is what it is. So yeah, we're on our way. So that should be 20? Yeah, that should be 20 packs if I'm not mistaken. So we have 2 more parts left to finish this box. So unless if something arrives by the time I record the next part, then I'll probably record that. But anyways, hope you enjoyed this. Until next time, thank you for watching and have a nice day.